It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside for a while and just smile. Just taking some clean, fresh air. Oh, no sense in staying inside. If the weather's fine and you got the time, it's your chance to.
Hi, this is Scott Jordan, and you are watching live here at Cellars of Sonoma in beautiful Healdsburg, California.
You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, well, you might find you get what you need. And I went there.
And welcome to TV Tuesday Live. This is the show where we taste wine and we talk about wine. Tonight, I am by myself. I am running the room by myself. Dave is on vacation somewhere in the North 40. And I'm short-handed on Tuesdays anyway, so if you know anybody that would like to learn how to run our camera, that would be super cool. So it's a live show. We do it every week, regardless of circumstance. And so now you're seeing the back end of the bar. So that's just the way it is. It is a magnificent, beautiful, beautiful afternoon and evening here at the tasting room. The patio is open. Let me see if I can get another shot. I'll take a shot here of this is yeah, if you're in the area, come on down. We're gonna taste 6 wines tonight. We're gonna taste some side-by-side stuff. We're gonna taste Nero Cellars 2015 Rosé from Grenache. Next to that, I'm gonna do the La Serena Rosotto Rosé of Primitivo. And then Moondance Cellars, their Reserve Noir 2014 All Russian River. And that'll be next to James Family Cellars, their 2012, which they have on a penny sale. So take advantage of that. Buy 3. The 4th is free. I'm going to make sure that I'm showing live in here as well. Okay. So, and then we're going to do cabs. And I picked Super Sonoman 2009 Knights Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. And we're going to taste that along with Bonneau Wines 2013 Moon Mountain Cab. Not coming down for this, man. You're missing it. You can't ask for better weather. I mean, it's as nice outside as you're ever going to see in wine country. There's no question about it. So let's get right to the wines because, yeah, I don't get paid to just sit here. So the first one is Nero Cellars. You can't read the label because the camera's really bright. And it just washed it right out. But it does say Nero Cellars, Grenache of Rosé 2015, Livermore Valley. So let me throw that up. So the Livermore Valley, there's a picture of the vineyard. It's the Galamonte Vineyard. Retails for $24. A steal, of course. And then right next to that, we're going to put the La Serena, and I'll throw that up here. This is their new rosé made from Primitivo. It's the Amador County. Is where that comes from, 2016 vintage, and that retails for a hot 28 buckaroos. So I'm going to put those in the glass, and you know, we have one more day that we're going to have rain this year, and then we're done until the end of October. Or I'm moving. I'll tell you right now, because I hate this crap. I just can't stand. I cannot stand this weather. It's the worst. This is the worst I've ever seen, ever. I have been here for 40 years, and man, oh man, you can't believe it. So look at these two pretty wines. I'm going to try to get close up on that because I don't have anybody to do a close up. But these are two really, really pretty wines. Now, my big red wine drinkers, okay, I'm going to give you a hard time. Get over it, okay? If you're outside today, if you were outside on that patio this afternoon, this is what you clearly want to have. Oh, that is so nice. You can think about pairing up this, because they're all dry. You never see these sweet anymore. Maybe on the small production, large production wineries might have one where they add some residual sugar and raise it up, but we don't do that. You don't see that in most of the California rosés. They're pretty impressive. There's no doubt. So this one comes from the Livermore area. It's a 2015 from Nero Cellars, one of our new wineries, although, they've been in here since like August, I guess, and or maybe July. And heck, man, we have been here, 8 months going on 9 months. That's crazy. But when you're dealing with the rosés, first of all, they're perfect for when you're outside. That's ideal. But they'll go with spicy foods. Don't be afraid to pair that up with some spicy food. That's not going to hurt at all. Yum-y. That's delicious. Wow. All right, and then this is La Serena. I wish you could see her label up close. It's pretty cool. She did a really nice job on picking the color. It's kind of a it's not purple. It's pinkish. The grape is Primitivo. It comes from the Amador area, and there's a picture of what the Amador area looks like. That's nice. This is so food friendly. I can't even tell you. Thai foods. I could even see going into if you had a salmon with maybe cook it with a little spice. That could be pretty cool. That could be pretty cool. Now, those of you that are tuning in for the very first time, if you look up here, is that right? Yeah, if you look up here, there's a chat box, and just sign in to Facebook or to Twitter, and that way it broadcasts out to all of the followers in the world, and you can ask questions, and I'll answer them live while we're doing the show. Now, since I'm by myself, we may not go a full hour. This might take, it's kind of goofy. There's no one around in town right now. I can't believe it. It's gorgeous out. I think people are staying home because they're like freaking out because it's so darn nice out. And so I think they're just saying, you know what? I've had enough of this rain. And man, this is a beautiful spring, close to summer, kind of close to summer. Yeah, it's pretty magnificent. Now we got the Giants game on. That's good. Bottom of the fourth, no score. Either team. Oh, well. when you're coming up to wine country, this is the time to come. We're going to get one more day of crappy weather. That's tomorrow afternoon. And then we're going to click right into the 70s, 80s, and we're going to be dry all the way through into May. And most of the time, May is super dry, and then it's on to the races. And the vineyards right now are lush. See that picture that you're looking at that's over my head right here? That's what wine country looks like right now. It's just phenomenal. I mean, it's just amazing. It's super cool. So, yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you make your plans and get your butt out here. You've got, just so that you know, we have 1, 2, 3. Let's see. We have Alaska Air that will bring you from Seattle, Portland, Los Angeles, Orange County, San Diego. And then we've got, is it American? American is now running, they're running from the Midwest to Santa Rosa. And then we have Allegiant, which will take you to Phoenix and to Las Vegas. You know, so if you're coming from the East Coast, you want to make a change of plane. I know you like to go, you know, everybody likes to fly direct, but let me give you a secret. Fly into one of those hubs and then take one of those airlines right into Santa Rosa. And when you do that, when you go home, it's 15 minutes to the airport. No big deal. You can pick up your rental car right there and then drive to the hotel and you're good to go. It's the slick way to do that. I know you have to change planes, but in the long run, because when you land in San Francisco or Oakland, for example, you're going to add, if you're coming into SFO in San Francisco, you're gonna add probably 2.5 to 3 hours of drive time if you catch any traffic at all. That's nasty. Now from Oakland, it's a little bit less, probably more like 2 hours. By the time you get your luggage, you go to the rental car place, you get your rental car, and you get your bearings, and you head on down the freeway. I'll guarantee you, you're going to be 2 hours to get up here, 2.5. But when you fly right into Santa Rosa, piece of cake. 20 minutes, you're in your rental car and you're in Wine Central. I mean, there's nothing better than that. It's super cool. So look into that. You got 3 airlines to look after. You just got to fly into those hubs. You change planes. You might burn an hour. So what? I mean, in the long run, you'll thank me. Use that stuff. That's super cool. And they've got multiple flights, so it is kind of flexible. So we're talking about rosés. You know, rosé is really coming into its own. When people ask me, you know, like, you know, what do you do on your day off? I go wine tasting. I am kind of a wine junkie. I really am. I go wine tasting, and I go looking for. I look for all kinds of special wines, and I want to get out and really see what's out there in the marketplace. But one of the things that I look for first is I look for the rosés, because with the rosés, you're getting number one, some really nice fruit, and something that's very refreshing. And around here, 80% of the time, the sun's out. So drinking rosé is kind of cool. So for those of you in the, I don't know, you live in the colder parts of the world, you can get a heat lamp, turn that on, pretend like you're warm. The rosés, though, are super great. It's a great way to start your meal. All right, so that's the Nero. Oh, man, that's pouring good. Like it. And the newest one is La Serena. and it's a rosato. Rosato. I don't know what that means. It must mean something in Spanish. It's Amador County 2016. Um, the price points are excellent on these wines. 24 for the Nero, 28 for the La Serena. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, that's just like crazy. I have to tell you, that's a steal. That's a beautiful, beautiful bottle of wine. And if you ever decide that you want to make a sangria, these are great to put in with sangria. The recipe that I use is really simple. You start out with lemon, lime, orange, and a whole pineapple. Don't get the canned pineapple, get the real pineapple. Slice everything up, put it into a jug like you would have for juice, but a big one, one of the big ones. And then dump in all your wine, and you can dump in white with red, with pink, with sparkling. It doesn't matter. Just put all that in there, and then you're gonna put it in the refrigerator overnight. And then the next day you're gonna add 4 cups or so of ginger ale. I use diet ginger ale because I don't want to add sweetness. And then a splash of lemonade. You can be healthy on the lemonade. Stir that up, and that is good to go. As you start to move through that wine, start a second batch where you've been storing wine that you've been pouring in there, and then just replenish it. That's all you got to do. And add a little more of the lemonade and a little more of the ginger ale, and you're good to go. When you kill that thing, if that fruit is still intact, you can strain that out and start a new batch and start that process over, because that's what we do here. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. Hi, I am Scott. Hi. Hi. Is that right? I love that.
Blessings than I do.
Wow. So what are you doing?
Well, I came with my neighbor who helped me with watch my house while I was gone for 6 months.
Okay.
And I want to have an art show. And he said, well, maybe we could do it here.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that. You can't serve liquor. You can serve wine, the wines that we have here. That's all you can do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, that sounds great. Okay, let me give that to you. You're over there. Well, I've just been broadcasting our live webcast that we do every week. Yeah. We've been open since July. Okay. Is there a place is there something online where I can look at the art? Okay, well, give me that contact info, and we'll do that. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. Okay. I love that. Love it. All right. Very, very good. Really? Love that. That's awesome. Okay. Okay. No, that's good. That gives me what I need. Perfect.
Okay. Well,
Very nice to meet you.
wouldn't that be fun if you could be exposed? And
Yeah.
I could be exposed and we both did.
I love that. Okay.
Everything I like is bring in.
Good deal. All right. Nice to meet you. All right. All right. All right. So someone just walked in the door. You didn't really hear a lot of that. She's an artist and wants to do an art show. So how interesting. It's a live show, dude. What about can I say? You know. So, oh, that's hilarious. So anyway, where was I? Oh, I was talking about rosé. Those are two really nice rosés. I don't have a single problem with the rosés. They're really beautiful. Give them a shot. Don't be close mind on that. I know some of you big red people are like, get out of here. I'm not drinking that stuff. You're making a big mistake. And if I was having salmon right now, that would be just magnificent. So, yeah, don't worry. All right, James Family Cellars. This is their 2012 Russian River Pinot Noir. I'm gonna pour that, and then Moondance Cellars, 2013 Russian River. Quite a difference in color. Let me pull this up here, get this shot here. So this is a picture of the Russian River. Here's Moondance Cellars. You can see I think you can get a little better hint of the color. Now, the thing you want to do in this wine specifically, don't let the color throw you off, because in color that looks like it's quite going to be a light wine, but actually this is a pretty big wine. Wow, that is really settling in nice. That is pouring really, really good. You know, if you're having lamb shanks, if you're having turkey, you could do ham with that. That's magnificent. That is really going to do the job. Wow. Pretty Pinot Noir. It's Russian River. You get the earthiness. You get the forest floor, mushroom, all of that in the nose. Just remarkable. And then James Family Cellars. Now this is grown, the James is grown in Cotati on the mountain, on the hillside at Jeff and Judy James' private residence. And the cool thing is, for the last 17 years, they've been selling their bulk of their grapes to Healdsburg for their champagne program. And that's remarkable. For a small producer, that's pretty cool. That means you're growing some really nice fruit. And so Jeff and Judy get a really good idea of what they want to pull from that vineyard for their own wine. This is what we typically have in the tasting room, and then there's one extra Pinot that we have, and they call that the Judy's Block. And that's pretty cool too. That's quite nice. Oh, luscious. Now this is the last of the 12. Very little of this left, and it's part of a penny sale. How does that work? Well, it's simple. You buy 3 bottles, you get 1 for a penny. If you buy 9, we'll fill the rest of the case with 3 more cents. That's cool. So that's a great deal on that wine. It's a 2012. It's pouring really well. Tons of life on this. You could lay this down for several years. But you can crack it open. Wow, that's nice. You can crack it open right now, and it's ready to go. So two magnificent Pinot Noirs. Pretty color. Real similar in color, actually. Yeah. Retail on this is 38. Retail on the Moondance 46. So it's an excellent price point for these handcrafted wines. Those of you that maybe have tuned in for the very first time, well, first of all, you're getting a weird shot because you're getting a shot of the behind the bar, which is kind of weird, but that's, you know, I'm by myself all day today, so you got to improvise. It's a live show. It goes up at 6, and it can run as far as an hour. I'm not sure if I'll go quite an hour today, but we just went behind on the game. Anyway, yeah, that's a pretty Pinot. Wow, they're both just very elegant. Oh man, yeah, you could really accelerate your food choices. No doubt, no doubt. Wow, that is magnificent. Wow, these are two winners right here. There's no doubt in my mind. Wow. The nice thing about both of these is a really good finish in the wine, and you really want to look for that. You know, Heidi Bear, her wine, she calls it a complete wine, and I think of it in the same way. You get that really nice roundness on your tongue in the front, and then you can tell the aromas are waking up in the mid palate, and then a lingering finish. Yeah, you can't beat that. When you're going to have something a little richer, like a lamb shank to me is richer than, say, turkey. These are going to hold up really well, and they'll complement that meal. So two Pinots, very close in price point, and they're pouring really well, representing the Russian River like it really is. And again, as I had said earlier today, if you haven't made plans to come out to wine country, you need to really do that. But what I want you to do is I want you to connect with one of the airlines to fly directly in Santa Rosa, and then you can call me and thank me, and I'm okay with that, because flying into SFO or Oakland is a big pain in the butt. You're burning several hours of your time, and that's time you could be spending with us in the tasting. Wow. Two Pinot Noirs, both doing really well. A great example of Russian River, because they represent that quite well. Again, that earthiness, mushroom, forest floor. I mean, it's got it all. If you want to ask questions, you can go ahead and use the social stream. Just click on that right over here, and then just sign in to Facebook or Twitter, so it goes out to the masses. That's what we want. Get it out to everybody, so everybody knows what's going on. We're starting to get close to adding an additional live music afternoon. We're currently doing Sundays 2 to 5, so you want to take full advantage of that and come see some of the musicians that we've got coming up. Let me look here on the computer while I'm here. I'm going to take a look because I can't. I'm the one who sets the calendar. But you think I can remember who the heck is coming in? It's just Looney Tunes. Anyway, so coming up this weekend on Sunday, we've got Dustin Saylor back in the house. When we opened up in Santa Rosa, almost 9 years ago, we're going into 9 years. It's crazy. And just Looney Tunes. About a year and a half after we opened, maybe less than that, we started doing live music. And we did live music 2 days a week, then we did 3, then we did 4. And we did that all the way up until the end of, or the middle of December last year. So that's pretty remarkable. I have to say, that's pretty amazing. And so then when we moved here into Healdsburg, we're not open late nights. We're open 11 to 6. You know, we're more like a tasting room. If you get hungry, though, you can order from the Worst next door, and they'll get you some good food, even though they call it the Worst. But we're thinking of adding Saturdays. We have a beautiful, beautiful outdoor patio, and I want to change the camera shot, and I'm going to try to see if I can show you. Of the patio, and it's just another experience. And what we're thinking that we might do is on Saturdays we'll have live music from 5 until 8 o'clock. So you know, if you're visiting the area, you're looking for something to do, go and listen to some great music. We've got some of the best musicians anywhere in the valley. I mean, nobody has musicians than me. I really do have the good ones. I really do. They're remarkable. We even have touring bands that are touring from all over the country that come to stop and want to play at our tasting room. So I'm just telling you, I think that's super cool. So anyway, nobody else has a patio with live music like we're going to have here. And now that I think we're finally done with the bad weather, I'm going to start booking those Saturdays. And then we're going to do one extra thing. We're going to do on Tuesdays during the show, starting May 1st, in the plaza in Healdsburg, they have live music from 6 until 8. So here's what we're thinking. We might, at the end of our show here, which ends at 7 o'clock Pacific time, we'll have live music till 9 o'clock here. So if you come down and you want to see the music in the square, go and see the music. And then when that's done, come on over here, and we'll have the party here and have live music till 9 o'clock. So we're going to try that and see if we can make that a go. But the weather is clearly working in our favor. If it stays like it is right now, yeah, you can be outside. And in the summer, you know, those summer months, once you get into June, July, you could be out on that patio with the sun out till 8:30, quarter to 9. That's crazy. So fun stuff coming up. The summer's coming, or spring, or something. Anyway, yeah. So that's coming up. All right. So let me grab the 2 cabs. Now, I grabbed a Super Sonoma. You can't even hardly see that label because the camera just blops it out. I can't. I'll get it. That's as best I can do. 2009 Cabernet Sauvignon, Knights Valley. So we're talking about Knights Valley fruit. Here's what the Knights Valley looks like. Look at that. And if you come to wine country, see if you look at those hills in the back. You see those hills in the back? You see how brown they are? They're not brown right now. They're not brown, and I bet you they'll stay green all the way into June, because we've got so much water. The water table is super high here. I bet you that once we're done with the rain, tomorrow, I bet you that your water table is probably 3 feet down at the most. You'll dig 3 feet and you'll hit water. That water is staying because it's been raining, man. We have had, I think we're really close or right at or already over 60 inches. That's crazy stuff. That's Looney Tunes. Average is 32. But last year was, 28 or something. And then, during the, drought years, it was less than that. So anyway, yeah, you're going to get an amazing view. It's going to be that on steroids. I just can tell you right now. So 2009, Knights Valley fruit. This aged 30 months in brand new French oak. Yeah, brand new French oak. Man, this has a monster nose. When you open this, let it breathe a little bit. And let it breathe in the bottle. Don't decant it and freak the wine out. Don't do that. Just let it open up naturally in the bottle. Give it a little bit of time. If you're having a dinner party, you don't want to just shock the snot out of this thing. Don't do that. Let it open up. This was very tight when I first poured it. And it's now, just now, and I opened this about an hour and a half ago. So that gives you a little timeline. Magnificent. 2009, we had big yields, lots of fruit on the vines, very rich wines without a doubt. Wow, oh, that's just magnificent, very cool. All right, so and then next to this, we're going to do Bonneau wines, 2013. This is their Moon Mountain Cabernet. Look at that location. Moon Mountain sits right below the famous Monte Rosso vineyard. If you haven't heard about Monte Rosso, that's the Louis Martini property that's owned by Gallo, and it literally straddles the Sonoma and the Napa side. It's remarkable. I have been in the business now. What year is this? 2017. So I've been in the business almost 17 years. Now, I'm not saying I learned anything, but over 17 years, I've been in lots and lots of vineyards. I mean, I just have. From the wineries that I worked with, from our vintners here, I've been in all kinds of cool vineyards. But take a look at what you're seeing up here in Moon Mountain. That is unbelievably remarkable. It is really something to see. And right above that is the Monte Rosso vineyard. And the Monte Rosso vineyard, it becomes even hillier. And it is, well, from the top of that peak in Monte Rosso, which is probably another 500 feet, maybe 1,000 from where you see this picture now. From there, you can see the Sierras. You can see the mountains in Tahoe. You can see San Francisco on a clear day. It's really something. It's super amazing. Wow. This is 2013 Moon Mountain Cabernet Sauvignon. It aged 22 months in French oak. About a third of that is new oak. One of the things that John Banbury, the owner and winemaker, what he does, he actually owns all of his production equipment. For a small producer, that's amazing. He's got a big facility in Sonoma. But he has a destemmer that is a French destemmer, where it literally it has lasers that identify the stems, and it cuts them out of there, so that when that fruit comes out on the table, it's virtually clean. I mean, you have to sort very little, and by sorting, we're talking about, you're taking out the leftover stems, any bugs. I mean, it's out in the vineyard. Any kind of leaves, any kind of junk, you just don't want to, you don't want to press into the wine. But it's remarkable how clean it is when it comes out of there. So just gives you an idea. It's super expensive. I mean, it's super expensive to do that, to own a machine like that. But you know what? John's making world-class wines, and it shows. And this is very clean. And I have in the library that we have library selections of many of these wines. I have this in 2011. Moving forward, I have the 14. So I have 11, 13, 14. No more 12. We're sold out. But some of these wines we've got multiple library selections. So if you're ever looking to do something really cool, buy some library wines. We have the best selection of library wines of anybody in Northern California with small production wines. We've been collecting them for years, and they're magnificent. So always a fun thing to do in a dinner party. Do a vertical of some of your favorite wines. Look at the color on these wines. They're just magnificent. 2009 and 2013. Let me go back now to the Knights Valley. Oh, God, the nose on this is ridiculous. It is just off the Richter scale. Whew, man, that really is holding up well. Nothing wrong with that. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Wow. Both of these, just a great addition to your cellar, to your, to your everyday wines. Let me just look here, see if anybody has any questions. I want to make sure that I stay on top of that. So, all right, so we're doing good. All right, so let me recap what we've seen so far. God, I actually did almost an hour. Can I yak or what? So we started out with Nero Cellars. We started out with their 2015 Rosé made from Grenache. Retailing that is $24, and I'm loving the rosés. Please don't look past the rosés. You're going to be disappointed. You missed out on something very cool. La Serena 2016 Rosetto. I think I said it right. Rosetto. It's the rosé of Primitivo, and that comes from the Amador County. And that one's $28. So, great value on the rosés. I mean, a great value. And then we have Moondance Cellar Pinot Noir, 2013, 14, 2014. What is it? 13. I had it wrong. Oh, no, I had it wrong. It's 2013. Reserve, Pinot Noir, all Russian River fruit, magnificent finish. That's a beautiful wine. James Family Cellars, 2012. Part of the penny sale. Deal on that is great. Buy three, one is a penny. And so pick up your three, and then your next one's a hot penny. You gotta like that until it's gone, and then we'll go into the 13. Fantastic gold medal winning. You got 2 medals on that wine, and yeah, it just shows, you know, he's doing it correctly. And then Super Sonoma 2009 Cabernet Sauvignon, Knights Valley fruit, pouring magnificently. So not a problem aging. You could lay that down for another 5 to 7 years easy. Not in my house, but you could in some other house. And then 2012 Bonneau wine. This is the Moon Mountain District, which is a great appellation. I mean, it's fantastic. Yeah, that wine retails for $48, so no problem with that. So that's the entire layout of what we were going to do tonight. I've been solo all night. In fact, I've been solo in the tasting room all day. We've had guests visiting us, and we're happy with that. But man, this town got real quiet real quick. That's pretty funny. With the sun out, right? I mean, it's magnificent out. It's probably 70 right now, and we've been creeping around the low 50s, high 40s. It's been really cold here, and we're finally, I think, turning the corner and shutting the valve off on the rain thing. So we're done with that. Amen. And we can move forward, which is fantastic because it's a lot more fun when you can go outside. Let me see if I can get one more shot. I'll try to do one more shot outside. This is the outside shot. That. So don't let that get away from you, and yeah, come and visit. This is an unusual shot. We never do this shot at all. This is this is behind the bar. The mess is what we deal with back here all the time. But anyway, you can't really tell. But it is, you know, this is the secret sauce back behind what we do. So. We did Rosés, Pinot, Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah, we've got a little bit of everything. We've got some new vintners that we'll talk about next week. We might introduce their wines. We're not going to tell you anything till we get it all put together and have it ready, and you can taste it. We're looking forward to bringing them on the show so they can show wines. It's going to be very fun. You're going to really like. We have 2 outstanding wineries coming on board in the tasting room. So fun stuff. And I'm going to just bow out. We've done all I can do. I can't go any longer. My voice is about gone. So this is where you discover wine one time here at Cellars of Sonoma. Come down and see us. It's a beautiful weekend coming up. This is going to be the time to come and visit. Don't miss wine country with the lush green hills. It's beautiful. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.
It's a beautiful